to tnSportsChat presented by Lehigh Valley Health Network. I'm Patrick Matsinko. This is Emmett McCall. Coming to you on a Friday this week. We had the 4th of July holiday. Things got pushed back a little bit, but a lot of action still going on this week. We are really coming down the stretch here with a lot of our Little League tournaments. We have a champion. Talmentsing won the 8-10 South title earlier this week, and that was big for them. First,
well, from what we heard, we got an email, that said it was the first district Little League championship of any kind for a Talmentsing team in 27 years, which is really nice. They won the 8 to 10-year-old South Division title. Of the 3 age groups of Little League in District 18, the 8 to 10s are the only one that kind of break it up into a North and South.
Yeah.
And then they play double elimination tournaments. The 2 winners then get together and play a best out of 3 series. And that will be Talmentsing and Valley West. And they're going to begin that Saturday. Game 2 is Sunday. And then if necessary, the 3rd game is going to be Tuesday. So.
And Talmentsing played, I know we had Rich Strack there covering that game. Talmentsing won 11-6. But against Franklin, but that was coming off of being mercy ruled.
Yeah, Talmentsing was undefeated in the tournament. Winners bracket champ had beaten Franklin, had given them their only loss earlier in the tournament, and then Franklin turned it around in their elimination game and beat Talmentsing 10-0, I believe it was, and forced that if necessary game.
And again, you talk about I think we talked about this even during the high school season, and even some Babe Ruth tournaments where a lot of these games are so close, they're so back and forth. The level of competition obviously is really high, especially once you kind of get down, really get down to it here. So to have a mercy rule game and then to have it turn around like that
the next night, you have to bounce right back. Cameron Pengali, I believe, pitched that game for Talmentsing, the championship game. Coach's son pitched a really solid game. Had been solid for them throughout the tournament from the mound, and pitched the championship game.
And again, it shows a lot of resolve for those kids and an ability to bounce back there, which we know is difficult at any level.
Right, especially for
whether
8 and 9 and 10-year-olds, right.
So that was...
Congratulations to Talmentsing.
Yeah.
And like I said, they're going to go up against Valley West. We'll be covering that on Sunday. Who's going up there, Pat? Are you going to that game? Sunday afternoon, game 2. You'll be up there. We could... we'll see how they do. We'll be talking about them next week again, too.
Yeah, it'll be a busy weekend. We have a bunch of games going on, but we also have a lot still going on tonight. Just coming off of Valley West topping Anthracite in a really good game.
That's in the
10-12
right,
winners bracket final. But now Anthracite drops down. Now we'll focus on trying to get a rematch.
Right. They're going to meet Tamaqua, a battle of 2 local teams, and that's the losers bracket final tonight in Lansford. Sam Waddle will be there for us doing that game, but it's a matchup of, there's only 3 teams left now. It's Valley West is undefeated, and they are the team that handed both Tamaqua and Anthracite their only tournament losses. So I think we're going to see a really good game tonight there. Tamaqua's really shown a lot of offense.
Oh, yeah.
Lansford's had great pitching throughout the tournament, or Anthracite's had great pitching throughout the tournament, and they can also, the Coal Barons, yes, as Sam Waddle appropriately nicknamed them a couple of years ago when they were winning the 8 and 10 title. So, but that should be a really good game. Whoever wins that will travel to Valley West on Sunday, and they would have to, that team's going to have to beat Valley West twice. Sunday, if they beat them, they'd have to come back and play them again Tuesday and beat them. But they're 2 really good teams, Anthracite and Tamaqua.
Yeah, and like you said, that Valley West has handed both Anthracite and Tamaqua losses so far, and I covered the Valley West Tamaqua game last Friday. That was another really close, tight game. Valley West got really solid pitching, but also got 2 big home runs in that game, which ultimately proved to be the difference there. But Tamaqua certainly was right in it, had a chance to win that game, and this is a very good Tamaqua team. It's a very good Anthracite team, and you had mentioned about them playing the 8 to 10s. A lot of these kids are the same kids that are now coming back up through, and that maybe had a lot of success there, and they're they're having a lot of success together in the 10-12 tournament.
Yeah, Anthracite won that 2 years ago when the kids that are 12 now were 10. They beat Valley West in the best of 3 a couple of years ago, and I believe that went 3 games, and I believe it was a tight game.
Yeah.
So it looks like a lot of those same kids are playing now as 12-year-olds, and it's once again that game that Anthracite lost to Valley on Tuesday. Anthracite had a 1-0 lead with 2 out and 2 strikes on the batter in the last of the 6th inning. Valley got a home run and then eventually won in 8 innings. So no matter who survives this Anthracite-Tamaqua game, both of them have played Valley West tough.
Oh, yeah.
And have a shot to win.
I mean, there were times where Tamaqua had runners in scoring position, the bases loaded. And even Trevor Staggerwald, Tamaqua head coach, said it last Friday. Hey, if you get one hit, a ball bounces one way here or there, it's a totally different game. So that'll be tonight, and then moving forward where we are with the 10-12 tournament. But
we still have the 9-11 tournament going on, and that's winding up. Franklin Township is our only local team left in that tournament. They lost in the losers bracket final last night to Valley West, and Valley West is the undefeated team in that tournament. Valley East plays Franklin tonight, or tomorrow afternoon.
Saturday.
Winner of that game will play Sunday, and we'll be in the same situation. Is going to have to beat Valley West twice to take that championship.
So that's pretty much where we're at as far as what's left, I guess, with a lot of our with our Little League teams and tournaments.
Tournament is basically in the home stretch, like you said. On the other hand, we have Legion playoffs. We have Valley Legion playoffs start tonight, and Connie Mack playoffs start Monday. So in the Legion tournament, we have 2 teams. We have Carbon Monarchs and Northern Valley are both in the double elimination tournament.
And the Carbon Monarchs drew the number 5 seed, and they get number 4 South Parkland.
That's at Parkland High School, 5:45 tonight.
And Northern Valley earned the 6th seed, and they get number 3 North Parkland.
And that's also 5:45 tonight. That's at the old Parkland High School, the Warfield Middle School.
Oh,
I guess it is now,
yeah.
that field. So they're just a few miles apart, actually, those 2 fields. But they're both playing double elimination tournament. They're going to continue to play games Saturday and Sunday, and then it'll kind of go into the early part of next week. Lehigh Valley Legion League only gets 1 entry into the state tournament this year. So normally they've been getting 2 a lot of years. So it's the regular season champ is automatically going to the states, and then whoever wins the postseason tournament. Now it's all on this postseason tournament. So Salisbury, who was the number 1 team and I believe only lost 1 game regular season, 17-1 or something. They've got to do it all over in this tournament.
Ratchets up the intensity, So that'll be fun to follow. Like you said, we have 2 teams in that that are hoping to punch their ticket, and you never know. We've talked about this a few times, but you hit the postseason, everything resets, and you kind of start.
And especially in the summer, you have kids missing games. It's the high school season, for high school sports, unless there's an injury, your players are there every game. In the summer, with vacations and high school seasons going long and things like that, teams are missing some key players occasionally, so it could be a totally different postseason team than it was in the regular season.
Yeah, I think we can all relate to that sort of stuff when you're covering games and you're there, and then maybe you cover a game one night and so isn't there because of work, because they're on vacation, like you said, and it just happens. So so summer baseball definitely is kind of a different animal than what we see during the spring. But
we will have that Carbon Monarch game covered tonight. Chuck Hickson's going to be there, and Sam Motta, like we were saying earlier, is going to be up in Lansford for the Anthracite-Tamaqua game. So Saturday's Times News will have stories, also have pictures on both those games. And we wanted to talk about pictures a little bit. Our that's everybody's favorite picture. It's kind of like Santa Claus umping. Is that what you're seeing there?
It's pretty awesome.
It is. It's just such a cool action shot. Bob Ford took that at the Taliesin Franklin game, A-10 championship game the other night, and just a cool play at home plate. But Bob and Ron Gower have been, and there's Ron's picture, a mob scene at home plate after Hayden Goida, there's so many Goidas, hit a home run against Valley. That was Lansford's only run of the game. He had a great picture of that. But Ron and Bob have been taking Little League pictures for us throughout the tournament. Check out our website, our Times News photo galleries if you haven't seen them. In addition to the pictures that have been appearing in the paper, you can go online, you can order reprints from the gallery, and there's lots of really good pictures there. Tonight, Ron's going to be at the Little League game. Nancy Schultz will be down for us, and she does a great job with our Legion games. She'll be taking pictures from the tournament there too, so check them out, all in tomorrow's Times News.
Yeah, and that's fun, like you said, about people able to get reprints of that sort of stuff. These things definitely they mean a lot to to everybody that's involved. They put a lot of time into it. So it's neat to kind of be able to sort of enhance the coverage, with these photo galleries and things like that. So it's awesome to be able to offer that kind of stuff. And
one more note about the Lansford-Tamaqua game tonight that we didn't bring up. It's our Lehigh Valley Health Network game of the week as well. Sam Watt will be up there we'll pick a player of the game. That'll be in tomorrow's paper as well.
Yeah, and another thing to kind of touch on with our Lehigh Valley Legion, Northern Valley's Jake Haas was named player of the week.
Lehigh Valley Legion picks a player of the week and a pitcher of the week.
That's right.
I think every week they name one, and Jake was the winner this past week. He had some big offensive numbers.
462 average, 9 hits, 2 doubles, and a triple. So
that's a pretty good week.
I mean, that's not bad.
Well, Jake batted leadoff for Northwestern high school team, right, and had a really good season there. And I think he hit over 400 for the season. For
one of many, huge contributors. But he was kind of the table setter for them, and you can see why they had him in that spot with what he's done for Northern Valley during the Legion season. But congratulations to Jake, and then again, good luck to the Carbon Monarchs and Northern Valley in the Legion playoffs.
Right, and we also have one more baseball league. It's the Connie Mack League, which is between the Little League and the Legion as far as age group wise.
Yeah.
We had 4 teams in that Lehigh Valley League. It was a 23-team league. We had who do we have? We have Northern Valley and Jim Thorpe and Palmerton and Pleasant Valley. And the way they do it is 12 of the 23 teams qualify for postseason play. Top 4 teams in the league all get automatic berths into the state tournament, and then 5 through 12 they play a 1-game playoff, 5 versus 12, 6, 11, so on. A 1-game playoff. Whoever wins that. Those four winners also go into the state playoffs. So it'll be 8 teams from the Lehigh Valley Connie Mack League are going into the state tournament. Jim Thorpe finished just outside the top 4. They're like in a tie for 5th or 6th place. So looks like there's still like a couple of games left to play in the regular season, but it looks they're in. They're in the playoffs.
They're solid there.
And they don't, and it looks like they're not going to get the automatic berth in, so they're going to be in that 1-game playoff. As we're talking now, Northern Valley has 1 game left, and they're in the playoffs right now. If they lose, it'll be a 3-way tie with 2 of those for the last spot in the tournament, with 2 of the 3 teams getting in. So if they lose, they still have a chance to get in, because I don't know how those tiebreakers are going to work out.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if they win, they're in. So that is scheduled to start on Monday. The playoff, those 1-game playoffs are supposed to be on Monday. So Pat Joyce, the Jim Thorpe coach, he's going to get back to us, let us know the matchups, let us know who his team's playing. But they had a really good season, and are going to try to get into the state playoffs now.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's nice for any of those teams, whether it's Northern Valley or anybody else that's kind of right there on the bubble. You want to sort of control your own destiny, right? And if you can win, just be in that position where you don't have to worry about what anybody else does.
Right, you don't have to worry about tiebreakers or whatever.
Take that out of. Don't even make it part of the equation, and just sort of, win and you're in, and the rest will take care of itself. So, Yeah, so that'll be soon. And like you had mentioned about Pat Joyce getting back to us, just want to remind coaches too, and thank coaches too that have been sending us results and been getting us results, and that's been huge every night for these roundups and just to follow along.
These Little League coaches and Legion coaches and Connie Mack coaches are all volunteers. Nobody's getting paid for that. So in addition to spending all their time, coaching and practicing with the teams, a lot of them do a really nice job of coming home at 9, 10 o'clock at night and typing some results in an email and sending them out to us, and it's really nice because then the kids on their team get some publicity, which is really nice, and like I said, they kind of go out of their way to help the kids in a whole bunch of different ways.
And definitely appreciate that a ton when putting the roundup together in the morning or whatever it is, and it just helps a lot instead of even just having a score.
Right.
You kind of know,
get some
more
kids' names in the paper, and everybody likes reading their name in the paper and seeing it online. So that's really nice. We want to thank them. Also, speaking of Little League, we've been getting a lot of pictures submitted to us from all the individual towns, Little Leagues. We got a couple from the Franklin Township Championship team, Little League teams. I think we got a Jim Thorpe one the other day. We've got some Babe Ruth Championship. We got some girls softball champions. Franklin sent their girls softball team we just had in the paper this week. So just a reminder, or just to let coaches know out there, if you're coached a Little League team or a girls softball team or any kind of youth sports team and your team wins a championship, wins a tournament championship, submit the photo to us, tnsports@tnonline.com. Put a little bit of information in, who the kids are in the picture, what your team record was, what your league was, just the basic information, and send it in, and we'll get it in the paper.
Yeah, and that goes from summer through all the way. I mean,
CYO
all
basketball and junior high sports and
anything. But
just make sure you send it as high resolution photos, or Bob Ford will yell at me for not giving you that information. He's our photo editor.
And he runs a tight ship.
Yes, he does. He's obsessed with pixels. Crazy guy.
So if you want to email him about pixels too, you can feel free to do that. If you have any questions about pixels, I'm sure Bob's more than happy to answer them for you.
Talks about pixels constantly.
He just doesn't shut up. But
anyway, so send your photos in, send your results in, and good luck to all our area teams. We got a bunch of teams playing in the next 2-3 days, and hopefully we have some champions crowned. Yeah, it'll be fun, and then we'll kind of see where we go from here, and who's moving on, and what lies ahead for our teams. So I believe that's all for this week. But we'll be back next week to recap everything that happened over the weekend and early into next week. So for Emmett McCall, I'm Patrick Matsinko. Thank you again for tuning in to TN Sports Chat, presented by Lehigh Valley Health Network.